Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue explore Chinese characters supposedly that came from or emerged from the Paleolithic age. All right, so today we're talking about the moon because we're talking about the sun. And the moon, that takes roughly half of the time uh, in visibility to humans, definitely would be on the mind of the ancient people. 月 is how Chinese pronounce it, and I couldn't find anything that's kind of English equivalent like 月. We don't really have a 月 pronunciation in English, so you have to try harder there. Okay. 月 moon in Chinese mid-history, somebody summarized the dictionary back then, looks like this. So it's kind of a crescent moon. It's not the full moon. And actually, they stylize it almost like a question mark. Of course, the moon, even if it's a crescent moon, it won't have this extra dip in there. So that's totally stylized and got confusion, to later day people using the language like, what do you mean the moon? It doesn't look like a moon at all, right? But at the beginning of the journey, I'm pretty sure it's going to look like this crescent shape because compared with the sun, which is full all the time, because it's a burning, energetic ball, infusion ball in the sky all the time to us, the moon, for the most part, I don't know what's the percentage, probably 90% of the time when we humans on Earth observe the moon, it will be some sort of half or crescent. Is when it's full moon, it's a special moment for us, right? So the moon then was depicted not to differentiate from the sun is it also have this dot which symbolize their light coming from it. I'm not sure ancient time people would differentiate is it self-generated light or is reflected light. Probably not that deeper understanding back then when the language was first created. But the observable phenomenon of the moon is crescent shape for the most of the time. And then there's some light coming from it. So that's the dot thing. Okay. And what's interesting is how Chinese romanticize the moon. Just like the sun symbolized Mars, right? It's male, it's a yang, it's dominance, power. The moon is the opposite. It's feminine, it's soft, and it's not in your face kind of thing. It's more subtle. And of course, Chinese as a language compare the moon to the woman, how woman looks like a lot. So here are three examples. 花容月貌. So, of course, in English as well, English would compare woman to rose, to something flora, something beautiful, something fragile, something easily gone, right? Because good looks only a short time, so short blooming season. That's what make it precious because it's short. It's not that much we get. So 花容月貌, hua is a common comparison to woman's face as well. Flower face and 月貌, moon look. So definitely here we're using the moon, not just mean it's crescent moon or full moon, actually means the subtleness, the softness, the feminine power emitting from the moon to us. So that's I translate it as a look because it's the whole package. It's not an exact momentary look of that we borrowed, transfer that moon look to human female look. Okay, 花容月貌，面如满月. Well, Chinese describe beautiful, youthful, collagen-rich face as 满月, full moon. So the face is fully nourished. There are no creases, no discoloring. It's like a perfect face. And Chinese would compare that kind of face to the full moon because full moon is this rare moment of perfection. It comes in full, even if there are volcanoes, and of course it's observable on Earth. We actually describe or imagine what's on the moon would be some bunnies on the moon or some tree on the moon or some female characters became immortals flying to the moon. So there are all sort of mythology or legends, storytelling about what's going on with the moon, right? But from afar, even if it got imperfection, if you look at close, from afar, when it's a full moon night, it's smooth, it's perfectly round, hardly any wrinkles observed. So that sort of perfection and this feminine glow, Chinese would use that to describe a female perfect face. Okay, I don't have full moon face anymore. Anyways, 羞花闭月 is another way to compare female beauty, to put the flowers to shame. Okay, so in the previous expression, 花容月貌, right? We're comparing to the beautiful faces or the looks, feminine looks, to flowers, to moon. And in this expression, 羞花闭月, what kind of this beauty is beyond the comparison. Like if the analogy to flower, the blooming time and the full moon, phase to a perfect face, here is surpassing that. It's the outlier of human beauty, reach to such an extent that it would shame the flowers and it would shut the moon. Okay. I mean, when I translate shut the moon, it makes me crack because, of course, we have the shut, the other M word, but Chinese use 闭月. 闭 means hidden. The door is closed. You don't see it because the moon was put to shame by the beauty of a female human face. It's so beautiful that even the moon don't dare to come out to show the moon face because it's humbled by the human face. That's the sort of exaggeration to express how extremely beautiful that even the flowers and the moons feel ashamed. Okay, so that's the moon. And of course, this is a crescent moon surrounded by stars, rise right above the snow-capped mountains, beautiful scenery. And that, I guess, in ancient times, I'm not sure ancient humans, how many would see this view? Because this is somebody out there in the wilderness capture this moment for us. But before the digital age, the caveman age, probably they see the moon mostly in their living quarters. But in any case, humans through generations has been imagining the beauty of the moon, and Chinese especially use the moon to describe female beauty. Thank you for your time. See you another day.